Some cars exist just to get you from A to B, and then there are machines that make your pulse quicken before you even touch the door handle. The 2026 Lexus LX 800 is exactly that kind of machine. When you see it for the first time, you don't just look at it, you feel it, wrapped in a deep, matte black finish that seems to absorb light. It looks less like a vehicle and more like a shadow sculpted into motion. There's nothing flashy about it. No desperate chrome, no exaggerated edges, and yet it has more presence than almost anything on the road. This is Lexus stepping into its villain era, and the result is breathtaking. The LX 800 doesn't scream for attention. It owns it. It's calm, collected, and quietly dangerous. When parked next to a G-Wagon or a Range Rover, it doesn't compete. It dominates them by simply existing. The proportions are perfectly balanced, wide, low, and assertive. Every inch feels engineered for intimidation wrapped in elegance. That matte finish doesn't reflect light. It consumes Italiano. The front end, once controversial with Lexus's massive spindle grille, now looks mature, focused, and menacing. The headlights are razor-thin, slicing through the dark like a pair of precise laser beams. It's not just design, it's an attitude. The kind that says, I don't need to prove anything. Walk around the back, and the same theme continues. The taillight bar stretches across the rear, glowing in a deep crimson line that looks almost alive at night. The rear diffuser hints at performance, but not in an over-the-top way. Everything is subtle, balanced, deliberate. It feels like Lexus took the minimalism of Japanese philosophy and weaponized it. From TCD, the LX8. OX800 carries a muscular stance that feels ready for anything. The doors close with that satisfying thunk you only get in the most expensive cars. Even standing still, it has that coiled energy look, like it could lunge forward at any second. But then you open the door, and everything changes. Inside, the LX800 welcomes you into a world that feels like stepping into the future wrapped in handcrafted luxury. The cabin isn't just beautiful, it's intentional. Every surface feels considered, from the soft matte leather to the subtle carbon fiber accents. The air smells like premium craftsmanship, a mix of leather, wood, and precision engineering. Two massive old screens float across the dashboard, glowing with quiet confidence. But unlike in many high-tech luxury SUVs, they're not there to overwhelm you. They blend into the design, almost like background music to the real star of the show, the experience. Lexus doesn't just build interiors, they sculpt them around human emotion. And the seats. Oh, the seats. They're like command chairs in a private jet. Ventilated, massaging, and adjustable in ways you didn't even know were possible. The lighting changes depending on your mood and drive mode. Icy blue for calm drives, fiery red for sport, soft amber for long-distance cruising. It's cinematic, like you're inside a luxury spaceship gliding through the night. Now, let's talk about what really matters. That beast under the hood, the 2026 LX 800 packs. A twin-turbo V8 hybrid that cranks out around 720 horsepower. That's right, 720 horses, pushing a full-size luxury SUV. On paper, that sounds crazy. In reality, it's even crazier. The moment you tap the throttle, it doesn't roar. It growls, deep and confident. You feel the torque instantly, smooth and relentless. 0 to 60 in just under 4 seconds. For something this big, that number shouldn't make sense. But somehow it does. This isn't raw, chaotic power like you'd find in a Lamborghini Urus. It's refined, deliberate, and precise. More like the calm destruction of a Rolls-Royce Cullinan on steroids. The hybrid system doesn't feel like an eco-gimmick. It feels like the electric motors don't just fill gaps. They elevate the drive. They make everything feel seamless. The LX800 doesn't lurch forward. It glides. And that suspension, ... Absolute witchcraft. The adaptive system reads the road before your eyes do, adjusting in milliseconds. Whether you're carving through mountain roads or floating down the highway, the LX800 feels weightless. Flip it into off-road mode, and this luxury beast transforms again. Gravel, sand, snow, ... Nothing phases it. Power distribution happens faster than you can blink. It's like the car predicts what you need before you even think it. Inside, the silence is unreal. You could be doing 100 miles an hour and it still feels like you're sitting in a recording studio. Lexus has mastered isolation, not the kind that feels empty, but the kind that feels peaceful. Every vibration, every note of the engine, every whisper of wind, all tuned with purpose. It's serenity through engineering. The steering feels alive, perfectly weighted, smooth, and confident. You sense every corner without ever feeling effort. The brakes are sharp, precise, like a scalpel. The LX800 doesn't just respond to your touch. It understands it. It adapts. It feels like an extension of your own intention, a rare quality in cars this large and this luxurious. The longer you drive it, the more you realize the LX800 isn't chasing anyone. It's not here to outshine a Bentley Bentayga or a Mercedes Maybach GLS. 600. It's something different. Something purer. Where others scream, "Look at me," the LX800 whispers, "Follow me if you can." It's a luxury experience built around restraint, mastery, and emotion. At night, the glow of the ambient lights, the hum of that hybrid powertrain, and the peace of the cabin come together in perfect harmony. It's not just driving, it's meditation in motion. You feel untouchable, not arrogant, just deeply composed. And the design stays with you. When you step out, close the door, and glance back, you'll catch that matte black paint shifting under the streetlights. Soft and velvety, sometimes sharp and aggressive. It's a car that changes mood with the light, just like it changes character with the drive. Now, for those wondering, yes, the price matches the presence. But, let's be real. If you're looking at this car, you're not comparing spec sheets. You're looking for something that makes you feel something. And this one absolutely does. The final verdict, the Lexus LX800, isn't just a luxury SUV. It's a statement, a rolling temple of silence and strength. This is Lexus, showing the world that emotion still belongs in engineering, that elegance can still have an edge, and that the quietest things often leave the loudest impact. So, if you ever get the chance to experience it, do. Because the 2026 LX800 doesn't just take you places. It reminds you why you wanted to go there in the first place. And turn on notifications so you don't miss our next luxury machine breakdown.